Order in the court! Order in the court! It's time for Justice with Sweet James.
800-881-2021 is his number. 800-881-2021 is his number, or at Sweet James on Twitter, sweetjames.com. There's only one true great personal injury attorney with a beard in Southern California, and that is Sweet James Bergener. There's nobody like him. Unfortunately, my relationship with Sweet James is strained.
Strained because you might be going to the toll booth?
Strained because my pending incarceration.
Your future in the glass house is in question?
So, Pablo, don't worry too much about getting along with the host of the show because you never know. I could be put away in moments, and next thing you know, it's
You might be going to the coop is what we're saying.
Rob
here, Pablo.
Fukuzaki and Patrick O'Neill in a Reed Foregrave style over here with Matt. You know, kind of a Matt and like a cast of characters type of show. So, yeah, Matt and Friends. We can call it Prime Time.
Our buddies, our pals.
Prime Time with Matt Smith and friends, buddies, pals, compadres, su compadres, all that. So that could be the case soon, Pablo, the intern. So don't worry that you've upset me and insulted me on your first day here at work. Speaking of upsetting and insulting people, it's Sweet James Bergener. Now, Sweet James.
What?
Why don't you explain this tweet where somebody's arresting a pig and why don't you and Matt just talk about how much you love the tweet and about how great it is.
It's a
No.
great photo.
Go ahead,
Let's talk about my text last night.
You just keep
Petros.
bullying the old P.
No. What about my text last night?
Last night at midnight, Sweet James sent me a text, even though I had to get up at 4 for Bill Handel's show. Sweet James sent me a text of a bottle of some Japanese whiskey.
Some Hibiki or something?
I was celebrating.
Santori or something, yeah.
I was celebrating.
What were you celebrating? The fact that my partner's going to the Nick?
Petros is not going to the belly of the beast.
Yeah!
Yeah.
What?
I was celebrating. He had two court hearings.
Okay.
Right. I have two one's for speeding and one's for not wearing a seatbelt like 20 years ago.
One is now dismissed.
Yeah!
Yeah, we're celebrating.
Wait a
You're
minute.
back.
Wait a
You're
minute.
here.
No. Wait a minute.
One down, one to go.
Wait a minute. You said one.
Yeah.
One.
I thought. I mean, I would have assumed
We
you would
have
have broke.
two hearings, Matt.
I mean,
Yeah.
why would you break out the $250 bottle of Japanese whiskey when you still have one pending?
Wait till you see what he breaks
Why
out when that
wouldn't
one
I
gets
break it
dismissed.
out?
One
Come
pending.
on.
So with one out of the way,
Yeah.
what are the chances that the one that's not out of the way yet leads to
Wait a minute.
Petros going to the pound?
Which one is out of the way, Sweet James? Which one of my lawsuits?
Your old one. You had a failure to appear, a seatbelt. 2005.
Okay.
You had like a bench warrant out there.
Bench
So now you
warrant.
are a free man.
So
You
that's
can-
done. James,
yeah.
what kind
You
of
know how that-
strings
you
did
know-
you have to pull
Do you know how that
to
talking
get that
bench?
expunged? What does my partner here owe you for not going to the keep because you had to clean that up for him?
You know how that talking bench harasses that basketball player wherever he goes?
Yes.
That's what that bench warrant was doing to me. And I finally
was.
got. So what did you have to do? I'm
That
sorry.
monkey
Answer
is
the
off
question.
your back. I just had to do my job.
Yeah.
Was it like rich uncles? You had to do your due diligence.
Did you have to wash any feet? Did you have to, do you owe anybody anything
No,
within the next
I
12
just walked
months?
in. The beard did the work, and it's over.
Well,
Play it, Ronnie. Let's play it. I mean, we're halfway there.
Yeah.
I should get that lawyer chick to pick me up like OJ had that white chick pick him up from court right after he got off, and she just took him to her house and took care of him.
Why do I feel like this is a mission accomplished banner being raised on a battleship? And that's
Dewey beats Truman. Dewey beats Truman. Dewey beats
Hey,
Truman.
what happens if a distance runner celebrates in the middle of a race, B? How's that going to turn out?
Wait a minute.
This race is not over.
I'm going to parachute into Dodger Stadium tomorrow with the mission accomplished parachute. Is that a problem? So
Now let's break it out. Let's do this.
what's
thing.
left, Sweet James? The speeding ticket that I'm not derelict on at all. We're just fighting it, right?
Yeah,
So there's
just the speeding
So I'm
ticket,
not going to
just the
jail
speeding.
at all. There's no.
No.
There's zero chance of him going to the Borstal.
Yeah.
No, the worst case scenario
Just
is that
rubbed
he's
his
got to
junk
spend
on his
8
back.
hours in a
8 hours
traffic
what?
school.
What?
What?
That's the worst. Worst case scenario is 8 hours in a
Well,
traffic
I mean,
school.
that's like a sponging house.
No problem. My wife does
My
that.
wife!
She'll do it online. She'll do it. They'll
Online,
Think,
that's
they'll
right,
think it's my
that's right.
fat ass behind the keyboard, but it's really
hey,
my wife.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir.
James, can you, when you negotiate this, is there any way to force him to go to the stand-up comedy traffic school for 8 hours? Can you sign them up for that?
F that. What are you talking
The one
about?
where they're telling wacky jokes while also explaining the laws of the road to you. Can you get him in that one?
They're showing the blood flows
That's
red
right,
on
red
the
asphalt.
and cracking jokes.
That's
Yeah.
right, making jokes about it.
Well, that's great news, Sweet James. But on to the tweet,
speak for yourself.
the fat-shaming tweet that was sent out. Some listener, an insensitive listener, obviously, who was beaten as a child, sent out a photo of a pig, a man pig, being arrested, almost like Animal Farm. This man pig is being arrested, and it looks like he's being arrested by Manny Pacquiao or something. It looks like it's happening in the Philippines or something, and it's a pig in a green suit. It would be like those hamsters that drive Kias, but it's not a hamster, it's a pig.
That's right, it's a pig.
Very large-headed pig.
And I have a big head.
In a beautiful green ensemble.
And I do like suits.
Yeah, it's not a vest.
I
and
don't
it's
have
like a 3-button suit with a nice lapel on it.
Do you have a green suit?
No. But
Might be time to get one because that looks good.
anyway, if you guys want to see this tweet of this pig being arrested, and basically people are saying this is what happened to Petros. Petros is being arrested. Petros is going to jail. You can check that out at Petros and Money or at Sweet James on Twitter.
Yep.
And maybe you'll laugh, or maybe like me, you'll be hurt by that. Does it feel good to hurt me, Sweet James? You like that? You like hurting the old
I
pig?
did not post that. You're a free man,
You
Petros.
retweeted it.
He had to.
Why did he have to?
Because it was a simple question from listener Tom that just said, "Is today the day this happens?"
I had to tweet it so I could rub it in his face that it is not going to happen.
Oh, great. Yeah, because I walk into the studio and Matt's on the floor laughing. And of
It's
course,
such a great photo.
if he's on the floor laughing, it's at my expense, of course. And it was. And it was a great feeling. Anyway, thanks a lot. Thanks for all the fat shaming,
Well,
everyone.
I know.
That's
Petros,
okay.
come
It's all right, Sweet James. That's fine. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. At least I'm free. Now, speaking of free, Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, whose gender has been reassigned, is free to do what she wants any old time, much like the Rolling Stones, except
Right.
Caitlyn is a member at Sherwood, where David Vassay got married, a nice country club in the Valley.
Absolutely.
Women have less privileges than men at Sherwood. So basically, Caitlyn's paying thousands of dollars to have a more bootleg dressing room now, to not be allowed in certain card rooms and bourbon rooms there. Caitlyn's a good red-blooded Republican woman. She wants to play bourbon gin with all the bourbon gin heads over there at Sherwood. What's going to happen to Bruce, man? He's there almost every day.
Here is some knowledge for all the listeners out there.
Knowledge.
California law and federal law does not prevent a private club from discriminating based on sex, religion, or race. That's been established since the 70s. So before, as Bruce, he was able to go into the men's section that had this nice bar and grill.
So is there going to be some guy that goes, sorry, Caitlyn, you got to go over there?
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Your tea times
That is
don't
exactly
start till
right.
8 a.m., Caitlin. Tea is
That's
closed to you from 6 to 8 a.m.
So wait, does Caitlyn now have to hit from the ladies' tees? Or
No,
does the men's?
That I believe is up to her. But
Yeah.
a lot of, I mean, it's interesting because a lot of clubs do impose those rules that it's just, 6 to 8, the guys, then starting at 8, the women can start teeing off. They can't go into the men's grill. They can go into the general area.
Okay, so let's say I'm
Right.
Caitlyn.
Right?
And I've been going to Sherwood for they know me quite well.
Yep.
And they've
Golfing
seen
there every day.
pay a lot of money, and I'm sure they've seen me with my nails painted. They probably know what I'm about, probably, over the years. Could I sit those people down and say, hey, come on, guys. It's me. It's Bruce. It's Bruce.
Yeah.
Don't believe all this stuff. Let me play.
Yeah.
It's Bruce, man. Come on, for old time's sake. It's me, Bruce.
You could do that, but James, they could say tough, right?
They could, but we are seeing, I hate to use this word, transitioning. There's a lot of laws that are changing.
All right.
They really are because of these sort of situations. We have a high-profile person who is bringing this to public light. We'll get some public shaming, and there'll be some outrage. And Augusta, Georgia, didn't allow women until 2012, and it wasn't by court order. This was just them saying, okay, we'll finally let women come in.
Well, it's because the president of IBM has to be a member at Augusta. And when the president became a woman, they got kind of screwed. But I have a question for you then, Sweet James, and this is hypothetical. And I'm not trying to be a transphobe, which is also a new word, and we're transitioning into this world of being people being labeled as transphobes if you make a joke or something like that. It is kind of a weird, awkward situation, but we're all talking through it. But let's just say that I've now decided, Petros Papadakis, I'm no longer, I want to be a woman. I want to be Petra Papadakis. I want to stay married, but I just identify myself as a woman, Patrice, Patricia, whatever. And I just skip into the women's bathroom here at Clear Channel and decide, hey, this is how I see myself now, and I want to go to the bathroom with you ladies because I'm a woman. Does anybody have any recourse against that?
No, there's actually been case laws on. I mean, that happens. Of all the states, California has the most cases of this sort of thing. And if you identify you are a woman, you go to the ladies' restroom.
All right. So,
all right.
See you later, Matt.
Yeah. I'll take it to break, and we'll come back and talk some sports. And James?
Yes, Matt.
One more case. Still open, right?
One more.
Still a chance.
One down, one to go.
Might still go to the boob.
The what?
The boob.
The boob?
Yep, could see him in the boob.
Where did you get that word from?
Australian. They also call it the trap. He's going to the trap.
You know what you might want to ask yourself if you're Matt Money Smith? Why do you want your radio partner to go to jail so badly? Why is it so attractive to see me in chains?
So in your one call of the day, I can say, joining us from the hole.
There is
now
no
we go to
replacement.
the jug.
There is no replacement for Petros.
No.
There's only one P.
The great dense beard of justice, Sweet James Bergener, 800-881-2021, at Sweet James on Twitter, sweetjames.com. You're the best, Sweet James, and thanks for getting my first case dismissed, brother.
You bet. Are you feeling better?
Yes, I am. My health is almost back, so I appreciate it.
Good.
Thank you for your concern, Sweet James.
Good.
All right, and you know what, everybody? 3 more words. Matt and friends.
LA's morning show
Shaq, how are you, buddy?
has LA's best guests.
Do you address the murdering Kobe story Rick Bucher had?